Hey guys, how's it going? This is Pilz, and we're going to install the SlickWraps side skin. As you can see, I've already installed the back, which is a matching silver carbon fiber. Actually goes quite well with the Cloud White Nexus 6. Kind of blends together here. And I know a lot of you have asked about these side skins here. So we're going to go and install. We're going to start with the top piece. And from looking at these, we're probably going to need to use a blow dryer or heat gun, something to that effect. Just because, it needs to adhere, and the only way it's going to adhere is with a little bit of heat. So what I want to do first is I want to align the sim tray, because that's, tiny hole, and you want to make sure that guy's lined up first. So sorry about that. As you can see, I'm just kind of carefully lining it up. Everything from there, we can work from there, so it's not a big deal. It takes a little bit of patience, but it's not bad at all. Once you're used to installing these, it's pretty easy. One thing I want to note is, from the looks of it, if you push this down and you don't carefully, pull it off, when you do pull it off, it looks like this cutout here will actually come off the skin. So you want to be careful about that when you're, moving it around and adjusting it. As you can see, right now it looks crooked, but you can just, hold this here and kind of move the other side as you need. So it's not a big deal at all. Just kind of adjust it. I want to get it level, or as level as I can with the border of the Nexus. I'm going to do the same for this side. There we go. And it's like I move the sim tray ever so slightly, but again, these smaller pieces take a little more patience than the back does, but again, not difficult at all. Looks pretty good. I have everything lined up. I'm going to go apply some heat to this, and I'll be back in just a moment. How's it going? We're back. Had to apply a little more heat than I wanted to, but just took a little time to mold all of the skin around the Nexus. Just one tip is you just kind of work your way around, so you want to start at like one side and heat it and smooth it out as you go. But as you can see, it applied just fine. Everything looks good as it should. I'll take some pictures and post them, down below as well. There you are. There's the side, or I should say the top. Now we're going to move on to, I guess, the volume rocker side. So this guy doesn't look too hard. You have all the proper cutouts, as you can see here. I'm going to start, obviously, with the buttons to make sure I can line them up. So again, it's just be patient. Nothing too difficult, just, little cutouts for the buttons, of course. So I'm going to start with the big volume rocker here. Let's see. Once you get one end in, you should pretty much be okay, from what it looks like here. See, it looks like I got that part in. Lift this guy up. Again, these aren't, the sides are really easy to peel up if you need to when you're working with them. I have this, came with it, this little like SlickWraps card here. You can kind of use it to work around the button just a little bit to make sure you have it lined up okay. And that way you don't have to use your nail and risk potentially ripping the skin with a little too much effort. Looks like I'm slightly off, as you can see here, and this end won't go down, so I want to focus there. All you do is just move it up just a hair. So just carefully pull it up. The key to this is just being gentle. You don't want to, of course, rip it. It is only vinyl after all. So again, I'm just going to try and line the bottom up right here. And just see if this top piece will go on okay. Looks like I'm off yet again. But no big deal. And don't be afraid to bend it, because the skin itself, once you apply a little bit of heat, all those little bends and creases that you make while working with it, they'll all come out, so I won't worry about it. I mean, of the many skins I've taken off, the majority of them have quite a bit of creasing in them. But once you put them back on, you don't even notice it's there. It's a little crooked. Looks like we're good. I may just have to apply a little heat, kind of work that out. No big deal. Just make sure I can get the power button lined up here. It looks like it's going on nicely. And you know, as I go along, I'm just kind of making sure these sides are lined up with the metal frame of the Nexus. And as you can see here, those ends do meet up. I'm just going to straighten it out just a little bit, so it looks a little better. And I'm going to work my way down here. I mean, since the ends only touch, as you saw just a moment ago, it shouldn't really matter the order you put them on in, because they kind of go up to the antenna, it looks like here. So as you can see, let's see if we can get that to focus. Yeah, it goes right to the antenna. Yeah, as you can see, you know, it's not flush around the volume, but, you know, pretty sure I can work with that once I apply some heat and push it down. So no big deal. I wouldn't worry about it. You know, with this, you can always remove it and try again. Just be patient and, you know, it'll all work out. So again, I'm going to pause the video, apply a little bit of heat, and I will be right back. Well, I applied just a little bit of heat and it looks like everything is good. The button's pressed fine. My phone's actually off right now. So I kept hitting the power button, so display kept going on and off. But as you can see, it really didn't need that much heat. It's on there just fine. I'm going to move on to the bottom, which should be the next hardest piece, but, you know, again, not too difficult. Just kind of line up the USB port here and you should be fine. So that's what I'm going to do. Always start with the cutouts, make it easier, just like on the back. So, you know, just carefully kind of move with this. Since these pieces are small, you don't really need to use the back to kind of get them lined up. The back, I mean the paper it comes on. It's kind of a non-stick surface. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Let's see. Looks like that end is fine. Let's see. I could probably make that a little more straight. And I'll also let you guys know how these work with cases. As you know, I do have a Spigen Ultra Hybrid, Tudia Cruiser Light, and the Supcase Beetle Hybrid. So I can let you guys know how the sides hold up while putting it in and out of those cases, or even just putting it in one. Yeah, but these are kind of intended for people who don't necessarily use a case. I guess if you look at it like that. I also have a front skin. If you guys want to see that, I'll make a video of that. Looks like the angle I'm working at makes it difficult to see what I'm doing. Give me just a moment. I'm just going to line this up. Apologize about that. My hands are just a little sweaty, so I want to make sure I can line that up okay. As you can see, there's a little bit of room in there, so you know you have a little room for error when lining this up. Again, just make sure the top is level. You know, you don't want to go by the curve of the bottom, because if you do, you know, odds are it's going to be slightly off. So I just go by the port first, and then I go by this straight edge. So I'm going to apply a little bit of heat to this. As you can see, the corners don't necessarily stick down. Without a little bit of heat, you know, they're kind of just there. But, you know, a little bit of heat from a hairdryer and they'll be fine. So give me just a moment, and we'll be right back. How's it going? We are back, and I just put a little bit of heat on those corners here, and as you can see, they're staying down just fine now. Again, there will be pictures down below, so you can check those out and see how the overall fit is. And we're going to get on to the last piece, the easiest piece, because it has 0 cutouts, the last side. So I'm just going to peel this guy off, make sure I have it the correct way. It's kind of difficult to tell, but I think this is the correct way. I'm going to start by lining up, I guess, the top edge here. And, you know, after that, it shouldn't even necessarily need heat, but you can apply it if you choose to, if it's not staying down. Just going to kind of make sure this is level as I go along. And that's pretty much it, you know. There you have your side skin installation. Again, it's a little more tedious, I would say, than the back. But, you know, it's just patience. As long as you're patient, you'll be fine, and there it is. Really simple for that last piece, no cutouts again, and there you have complete skin there by SlickWraps. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for another video of a front skin that I have.